here are my 3 things for you when you're entering into 30s. So this videos would be for my girls in their late 20s, getting ready to usher into their 30s, flirty 30s. By the way, I'm on a journey to earning my master's in PR and corporate communications and establishing my new life in the DMV. So, and the main focus in my 30s as a 32-year-old is just being aligned and disciplined while moving with grace. Okay. So, for 30 things, just kidding, we're dropping it down to 3. Honestly, I have reflected on this, and these are my 3 things that I would definitely say are for ushering in 30s. First thing first you want to do, and I feel like this is very important, maybe you've already done it in your 20s, but my first time doing it for my 30th was I went on a solo trip. I went on a solo trip to Venice, Italy, and I had researched places that were friendly for women to go to as single travelers. And then also too, like, I stumbled on Venice because I happened to have a AAA magazine, and I was just flipping through, like, getting ideas, because I was toying with going to either Japan or just an island, because I think I had even looked at like going to St. Kitts and Nevis and stuff. So, and then I just ended up going to Venice, and like, Italy has always been a dream location for me. I've done Europe before, but I never did Italy, and I just love pasta. So I just did that. I did my Eat, Pray, Love, and I loved it. I went for a week. I had points for, and then my hotel room, I got one a little outside of Venice, like right in the tourist area. It's kind of like their downtown LA to the Beverly Hills, or like the beach is what I would say it was. And like, it was a good rate, and it was a newer hotel, and it was just like perfect for a single traveler, and I had a great time. And like, I was walking, and I shouldn't have been places, but I just trusted my instinct. And I think also that too, as a woman going into your 30s, you need to shed that like attachment to people and just really trusting your own instinct as you, who you are. So I think traveling by yourself is like amazing. You can do what you want to do. And then I took a trip and I went into Milan for my birthday, and it was like, I wish I would have done like 2 days there. I just did like went there and went back, and like, I had walked back to my hotel room from the train station at one point, and I was like, this is getting a little tricky, but I loved it. I had a great time. So solo trip, wherever you want to go. And then that inspired, I had a cousin, she ended up doing a solo trip, and not even at 30 yet, she went to Japan, and I was like, that was my other option. So yes, ladies, take that solo trip. I have a friend who, she loves to do solo trips, and she was doing it before 30, and she started off doing cruises first. So that's also an option you can do. The next thing would be take inventory on the people in your life, okay? Redistribute who is like valuable in your life, and like what's invaluable relationships at this point. And sometimes you just gotta cut out people who you've known for a long time. And if you haven't done that by now, I definitely say at 30, because for me, I'm a recovering people pleaser. So that is something I had to do. I had to take note and really take inventory. And as I was going into 30, like, I was just like, I had a roommate. I was like, I need to let this go. I didn't end up moving with my boyfriend, but look, here we are later. But that was another thing. I wasn't afraid to give up things, and I did, and I put myself in a very uncomfortable position at 30, because then as I was just taking inventory, I was like, I just need to release. So I just left a roommate thing, and then I went into like, I was like, I'm gonna go back to my dad's house. Went back to my dad's house. I thought I was gonna be there a little bit longer, save money. I didn't, and God pushed me off the porch again, and I had ended up like getting a job in LA, which always said I would never like live like directly in Hollywood, which I ended up doing. It was a great experience. I lived by myself, but I never probably would have experienced that if I did not take inventory on people in my life and take inventory on my life. Because then from there, like, that's the thing, I'm not afraid to give up relationships, anything. Like, you know, if I feel like it's drowning me, like even family, you got to give it up. Take inventory and just know it'll be okay, and it'll be for the best. Okay, don't apologize for it. Do not apologize for putting yourself first. I would say, like, I did therapy, and I remember my therapist, like, I ended up going to like a Caucasian woman, and because, you know, some Black people are like, they only want to go to Black people, and she was like, you need to cut them off. And I was like, what, my family? Like, I can't do that. But she was right. And then take your time with you. You guys, I'm also the eldest daughter. So anyways, this is my, I don't know if it's like third, but whatever. With work, if you're in a salary position, manager position, don't forget to do your self-care. And so, like, I don't know, I would make it clear too, I didn't really have any needs to be a director in hospitality, because hospitality was not where my heart is. And that's another thing, taking inventory. Like, I've given up pretty much a made career because I wanted to follow what I want to do, which is public relations, communications, writing, doing, like, I've done catering events, so that background has also helped. And then, like, I worked hotels, mainly front office, most of my time. So, and I got to experience being a seller, so that was great too. But I had to take inventory and figure out what was best for me. And I was like, I got to do it now in my 30s. Like, I wasn't as, like, I was all over the place in my 20s. You know, I didn't really narrow down on something until later, because I was just focused kind of really on the now. So yeah, that's that. So take inventory on everything. But I was not afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to let go, because if you have faith, it will come back. If you have faith, which you should, it's gonna come back. I promise. So take your time with you. More self-care, patience. That's something I'm working on. I'm kind of quick to anger sometimes. I need to be slow to anger. Solo dates. I love a solo date. Maybe a little bit too much. I still solo date in my own relationship, which is great. You know, getting to know who has survived their 20s. Like, obviously reflect on your 20s, and there is about 5 things you need to give up from your 20s and never turn back to again. Pretty sure. And where you can be more present in your life, like, you know, just remember gratitude. Gratitude is a big thing, because I always say, as long as you're, like, grateful, things will come, it will flow. Something I reflect on and had to check myself on is, like, where can you stop complaining and where can you start pouring into of yourself? And, like, cut off, what do you need to, again, cut off to benefit yourself, you know? So those are my 3 things for 30. I would say just start there. If you haven't already, you know, in your 20s. And, you know, I feel like at some point, like, I was good in my 20s, and then somewhere I feel like there was some regression, because just, again, the people pleasing and putting other people's first. Like, I had a lot of family things going on, so I had to put myself in the back burner and put them first. But then I'm just like, you know what, just cut it off. Ain't nothing but ain't nothing but then so I'm like, cut it off. Heard it all before, cut it off. Heard it all before, cut it off. Cut it off. If anything for your 20s, be selfish and cut it off. Do solo trips, solo dates. Thank you for watching my channel. I appreciate you staying for the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe.